continuing from where we left off, since this is still the first lesson, the next step we will do is draw our points. To do this, remember how we created how we got our sprite from the sprite library? How we went down here to new sprite and we clicked on this? Well, instead of that one, we're going to draw a sprite. So click the little paintbrush that's right next to that. This will open up it'll create a new sprite and open up the costume editor, which is very similar to our backdrop editor for our stage. Now our points, you can draw these however you want. You can draw a house if you want. You just have to make them small. I'm going to use a small filled-in circle to make this easy. To do this, right underneath the rectangle tool, you want to click on the ellipse tool. Okay? So to do this, we will choose any other color, so make sure it's not gray or green or the color of your sprite. And just like you did with the rectangle, you want to make sure it's the filled-in circle down at the bottom left corner here. And you want to click and drag to make your circle, okay? So click and drag. If you want it to be a perfect circle, instead of an oval shape, you want to hold the Shift key while you're drawing. Once you've drawn it, make it as small as you want, and then click away. Now we want the center of the point to be the center of the circle. To do this, to make sure that that's where our center is, click on the little plus sign in the top corner. It says Set Costume Center, but the words get cut off. Now you see a plus sign has appeared on your screen. This is where the axis is, where the X and Y axis is on the sprite. We want to set the center to the center of the circle. Try and click as close to the center of the circle as possible, and it will center it. Then just click on any of the other tools so that that goes away. The last thing we want to do with our point is give it a name. So click on Text, which is the T button right below the ellipse, and then click right above your dot. And this is where you want to type what this point represents. For me, I'm going to have it represent my player's house. Since I named my player Bo, I'm going to call it Bo's house. Just like with the rectangle and the circle, when you click away, you'll see the dots appear. You can click on the words and drag them close to the dot, but not on top of it. Okay, once you've done that, you can click away. You'll see that your point is now on your stage. This is actually a bit too big for what we want. So let's click on Shrink and click on the point a few times to make it a little bit smaller. Then drag by clicking on it and dragging your mouse to where you want your starting point to be. Okay? Once you've done that, we're going to repeat this. To do that, we will just continue to paint new sprite, choose a circle, choose a different color, click and drag, text, give it a name. Place the words, make it smaller, drag it into place. Try and place your locations so that it appears as though close enough. Each dot is either on the same horizontal or vertical line as another dot. So in this case, I'm trying to make it so that Bo's house and the dairy store are almost right on top of each other. Trying to make it so that their Y values are as close to being, their X values rather, are as close to being the same as possible. Make at least another 2 more points so you have 4 points. You don't have to call them the same things that I called them. You can call them whatever you want. You can even have 6 points. Just be careful and make sure that if you want to place one place here, that you have another one somewhere along the horizontal axis. Okay? And that is the end of lesson 1.